Hey, what's up, everyone? I kind of came to a realization yesterday, and I wanted to share it with you. And basically, my realization is that I am never going to buy another gun online. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Let's put it this way. Let's walk it back slightly. I very much doubt I will be buying another gun online, and if I do, I don't think it'll be for a long time. I think that's probably a more safe assumption. Now, I'm not turning into some gun-hating liberal or anything. That's not the case. But lately, I've noticed that it's harder and harder because I kind of like watch my pennies on stuff. If I see, I mean, I don't mind spending a little more to buy it at a local shop. Obviously, I like supporting my local shops. I like the people who own the local shops near me. Very fortunate that I have a few good ones. But I don't like the idea of like being soaked. Like if a particular gun is like 300 one place and 400 another, let's say 400 at the shop, 300 online, I'm buying it online. If it's like 320 in person and 300 online, I'll buy it in person. Because it's only $20, and I'd rather make sure these people have some business. But I have an example. I'm going to put this right here for a minute, then I'll explain what the purpose is. And don't get jealous of my great production value and all my cool graphics, because, it's pretty cool. But a story. Um, a while back, I used to get some really awesome deals on Gunbroker. I loved Gunbroker. And I noticed that, they've always had like kind of high shipping costs. Like, a handgun, they would probably charge usually between $20 and $30 for a handgun. Now, some might have been 12 or 15, some might have been 35, but usually $20 to $30 for a handgun to ship. So that was a built-in cost. And some of them charge a 3% credit card fee. So some don't. So I tended to favor usually the ones who didn't charge that because the whole transaction ended up being cheaper. The other thing was, of course, you're buying it online, so you have a transfer fee to pay. And typically for the shops around here, that's $25. Now, I've noticed that prices have gone up a bit on Gunbroker, and there really wasn't quite as much to choose from. But kind of the final nail in Gunbroker's coffin for me was that they started collecting sales tax not too long ago. So that kind of killed Gunbroker because when I look at the prices they're offering, not only are they not competitive with some of the local shops and some of the large online shops, but they're way more. So there's no reason for me to buy from these people, like none. Now, if maybe if you get certain things like magazines or parts, it's good for that. But to actually buy a new or used firearm, unless it's something that you've been going crazy trying to find, it's really not worth it. So that led me to Buds. Now, I've bought from Buds a whole bunch of times, but buying from Buds now isn't quite like buying from Buds in the past. So what I did was I looked for a $500 pistol. And I noticed yesterday, as a matter of fact, that they started charging for shipping. I thought I was seeing things. Now, for a $500 pistol, they're only charging $6. Now, $6 is going to break the bank. It's not like they're charging $30 or $40 to ship a gun. It's it's $6. But while it's not a huge expense, it is something that you really want to add in to make sure you're getting the best deal. Now, they too are also charging sales tax. And guess what? That sales tax, that's actually going on to the price of the gun plus the shipping, because it's the cost of the gun plus it's the shipping cost, then it's a sales tax. Okay, and then of course they pay more if you pay cash, which would be like a bank transfer or something like that. And then of course you're buying it online, so you have that $25 fee. Now, I have 7% sales tax where I live. So I kind of broke things down just a little bit here. And you'll notice, like over here, at a local shop, I have that $500 gun. I have 0 shipping, because I'm just picking it up. 35 sales tax. They don't charge me any fee for using the credit card. No transfer fee. It's $535. That $500 gun from Gunbroker, it's $500. I use $25 because I noticed, like I said, 20 to 30 is a popular range, so I popped 25. So some places might be a little cheaper, some places more expensive. So I figured out sales tax was like 36 something, so I put $37 in. And then a credit card fee on all that, I figured $17, which would be like 3%. That's the most popular credit card fee. And then, of course, $25 transfer fee, because the two shops I use most frequently charge $25. That same gun, $500 gun, $535 the local place, $604 a gun broker. Now, Bud's $500 gun, I noticed they're charging $6 shipping, $37 for the sales tax on that, $25 transfer fee, that's $568. Now, that's if you're paying with the cash equivalent, but they also charge a slightly higher price if you're using a credit card. So I didn't put that in there because it kind of hit me later. But actually, this $568 cost might actually maybe be in the high 570s. So you can tell, I mean, from these examples, it's probably cheaper to go to your local gun shop, all else being equal. Now, it's possible that your local gun shop might have a particular gun for $500, and then Bud's might have it for $480. But then even in that case, the gun's $20 less at Bud's, but then you're paying $548. It's still $535 at your local shop. So to really make it worthwhile to get it from Bud's, it would have to be $33 cheaper. So it would have to be $467 versus $500 at your local gun shop. But then guess what? You still got to wait for Bud's. And usually the shipping's pretty quick, but you're probably still going to have to wait a few days. And then, you pick it up at your gun shop. But then, of course, you're benefiting an out-of-state company versus, your local shop. So personally, all else being equal, I'd rather give money to the local shop than to give it to the to the big company. Now, I'd kind of, I'm kind of a jerk in a way, I guess, because if it was a difference like of $30 or $40, I probably would end up going with Bud's waiting a few days and whatnot. But if it's close or just a little more for the local, I mean, that's what I'm going to do. And then on over here, I just wanted to point out those big differences. A lot of these places didn't accept sales tax, didn't collect sales tax before. Now they're collecting sales tax. Now, for those of you who are fortunate enough to live in states without sales tax, like I believe Florida, Texas, New Hampshire, it's not a big deal for you. It's a big deal now. Now, Bud's charges for shipping. There are still some places that don't. I don't believe Palmetto State Armory charges for shipping, so that's a nice thing. And then, like I said, you get those credit card fees somewhere. So, I mean, I just used, like I said, this is kind of just something for me because, like I said, I know a lot of you out there don't have sales taxes. So if this $37 gets wiped out and it's still cheaper on Bud's for you. The shipping, $6 at Bud's. So you go someplace else, you might have zero shipping. That's a $6 difference. Now, if you go to a place like, say, Palmetto State or another gun shop that has zero shipping, you're probably still doing better going to that gun shop because you don't have the shipping fee and you don't have the sales tax. But I figured I would kind of throw this out there. Well, just because a lot of people don't really care to hear me talk about this kind of stuff, and since you guys actually click the videos, and I know you're clicking because I can tell who click, that people are clicking videos, you might care a little bit, I guess. Hey, it's kind of interesting. So, I mean, for some of you who don't have the, if you go to a place that doesn't have the shipping fees, and then if you don't have the sales tax, it's worth it. But for a lot of us out there, it's just kind of not worth buying them online anymore. Like I said, unless it's one of those hard to get things, then you might not mind spending that extra money. Like for me, like I've been looking for like a Thompson Encore pistol frame. I can't find one in the stores. I have trouble finding them online for anything other than an insane price. So I guess if I could have gotten one for even like a not so crazy price, I'd probably jump at the opportunity, even if I was overpaying a little bit. But I'm cheap, so I'm not going to overpay a lot. Just not how I do things. But just to kind of bring this up to you, because I mean, I don't know if any of you have been on Gunbroker lately, but if you used to go on there before and you go on now, it is insane. Now, I know part of that's because gun prices are going crazy. As a matter of fact, it's kind of funny. I looked at, I think it was Palmetto State, was selling a Kel-Tec P32, brand new, $299. I had bought one brand new about 3 years ago on Gunbroker. I got it for like $150 in an auction. Uh, Beretta PX4 Storms. I got brand new in a Gunbroker auction because they were selling. The guy who owned the store put up like 20 Beretta PX4 Storms. He had subcompacts, compacts, full size, 49, 45. He had about 25 of them, and they were ending within like 3 hours of each other. So everyone got a good deal. I got mine for like 350 or 360, brand new, couple mags in the case, never fired. Great deal. I mean, now they go for like 575, and even then they went for 575. So I have gotten some incredibly awesome deals on Gunbroker, and I think those are now dead and gone. I don't think there are going to be many good deals to be had anymore, to be honest with you. And another thing that's kind of hurting me locally was that one of my FFLs used to charge $25 for an FFL transfer, and then if you had any additional transfers, they were free. He told me, he said, it's not a big deal for me because you can put, I think he said up to 304 on 14073. So, he would just kind of put in the, the serial numbers to fill out that section. But as far as like filing the paperwork, it kind of went together. But now they've switched. I checked, and it's 25 per firearm now. So that's another thing, because sometimes I would actually buy 2 or 3 things at a time. I kind of save my purchases up so that I would save money on those fees. And I mean, I'm telling you, I'm really cheap. I'm frugal. And that's kind of out the window too. So just wanted to bring this up and kind of, give you something to kind of talk about and think about next time you make your gun purchase. And, because my my go-to used to be Gunbroker and Buds, and right now that's done with. I mean, a long time ago I used to go to Cheaper Than Dirt, but won't give them a penny of my money. Um, if you don't know why, just I don't know, Google like why does Cheaper Than Dirt suck or something like that. Not a good company to deal with. But I'll leave that for another video and another day. Until then, have an awesome day, and I will see you soon.